Hi everyone, welcome to the first edition of the two-part series on Google Shopping. My name is Vesh and I'm joined by my colleague Nikunj.
Hey everybody, excited to be a part of this hangout.
And we are from the Google AdWords team. Today we will be walking you guys through about what is Google Shopping and how to get started on Google Shopping. If you've ever searched on Google before for any kind of products, you might have come across few compelling ads with the images of the products. These also have relevant information like the price of the product along with the pictures of the product and the stores from where you can buy the product from. Now these are Google Shopping ads. So if you want to get started on Google Shopping ads, you can just stay tuned and we will walk you through all the steps. Today we will be covering what is Google Shopping, why is it important, how to get started on Google Shopping, then the few basic checks you need to do on your website before getting started on Google Shopping, how to create a Merchant Center account and set up a Merchant Center account, and the last but not the least, how to create a data feed and upload the data feed. So, Nikunj, do you want to give us a quick overview of what is Google Shopping and why is it important?
Sure. If you're selling something online, there's of course somebody who's looking to buy your products. Google Shopping is one such platform that lets you connect with your potential customers. Where do these ads appear? These ads show on Google search results and search partners, Google Shopping, as well as to mobile shoppers. How do these ads stand out? Google Shopping ads lets your products appear with product images, product prices, and all the other details that users can connect with. And you pay only when the user clicks on the ad and visits your website. Is it difficult to set up? Not really. All you need to do is to set up an online data inventory feed on your Google Merchant Center account and create an AdWords shopping campaign. You're ready to go.
That's great. So before we go ahead, the first thing you need to ensure is to have a fully functional website. If any user is on your website, they should be able to go through all your products, add the products they like onto a cart page, and then move it into a checkout page, and also make the payment on the checkout page online. Once this is done, there are a few basic website checks you need to do before getting started. The first one is to have an accurate contact information. You need to have the physical address of the store along with the phone number or email address which they can reach you at. The second one would be to have a secure and complete checkout. The payment and collection of sensitive information like bank details or any account details has to be done on a secure server. And a quick way to check that this is done is when you are on a checkout page, you need to see HTTPS beside the URL of the website. And then the last one is to have a complete payment process online. The third one is to have returns and refunds policy. The user should be able to see any kinds of returns which if you accept, do you issue refunds? If you do, go ahead and add that to your website. The fourth one is billing terms and conditions. If you accept or do not accept any kind of payment method, go ahead and add that. And also ensure that you add a disclaimer if you have any miscellaneous charges in the billing terms and conditions. The final one is a privacy policy. Add a disclaimer mentioning users must be able to have their information which will not be misused.
Perfect. Now that we have your website ready for Google Shopping, let's move on to setting up your store on Google Merchant Center. So let's do this thing. Let's go to google.com and type Google Merchant Center. As you see, you click on the first link. You can directly open Google Merchant Center by going to google.com/merchants. On the top right, you will see a sign-in option. Click there. This might take a while to load. Right, so once you have signed into Google Merchant Center, it will ask you to fill in basic details. The first one is the country, which is the place where your business is based. So let's select United States for now. Then next is your store name. Make sure your store name is accurate as it might appear with your products. Let's say ABC for now. The next one would be your website URL. It has to be an accurate URL which is registered, and it should be HTTP or HTTPS. So for now, let's start with an example.com website. Also, if you see here, it says my site contains adult products as defined by Google's policy. Tick this box only if you're selling any kind of adult products. Lastly, in the basic details, all you need to enter is the primary contact. As you see, we already have an email entered. This will be used for site verification as well as for any critical notifications. Click on Continue. Once you continue, accept the terms and conditions, and then again click on Continue. Once you have done this, the system talks about verification and claiming your website. For claiming and verification, if you see, it says download this HTML file. You can also access this HTML file by going to the Webmaster Tools. Once you do that, once you have downloaded the HTML verification file, all you need to do is to upload this verification file with the help of your webmaster on your website. There are a few alternate methods that you can use to verify your website. One would be HTML tag, domain name provider, Google Analytics, or Google Tag Manager. Once you have verified your website, the system will still give you a notification about your website being unclaimed. Do not really worry about it. All you need to do is to go to the Settings tab on your Merchant Center, click on the red colored Edit Settings tab, and check the box that says I want to claim this URL. Your Merchant Center account is all set up.
That's great. So to give a quick overview of what we discussed, we've gone ahead and discussed what is Google Shopping, why is it important, how to go ahead and sign into your Merchant Center account. The next thing is how to create and upload a data feed. Now, what is a data feed? A data feed is a product inventory, also like a catalog of all your products, where you can add details about your products like the brand, the item name, the price of the product, shipping, etc. Don't worry if you're a small merchant, you can always go ahead and create a small data feed. If you are a large merchant, you can always create a large data feed based on your priority. If you want to create, if you're a small merchant and have little technical knowledge, you can go ahead and create a .txt file using a Google spreadsheet or a Microsoft Excel sheet. Today, we will be uploading the data feed using a Google spreadsheet. The advantage of having a Google spreadsheet data feed is that it will be automatically uploaded once you create into the Merchant Center account. So let's go ahead and create that. As you can see on this screen, click on Feeds on the left side, then click on Plus Data Feed, the red button. You have two options to select, standard or test. You select test if you want to check if your feed has any errors. Today, we will be selecting standard. Keep in mind that if your feed is in test, the products would not go live. That is, your ads will not start running. So ensure that you have it in standard mode. Select the feed type. For now, I'm going to select products. Select the target country. Ensure the right language is selected and give the name to the feed. Now I'm going to give a test name. Click on Continue. Then I'm going to select Google Spreadsheets. Then click on Continue. Here you will have an option to create and upload a schedule. Once you check that, it will give you an option to select the frequency. Select this based on how frequently you change your products on your website. For now, I'm selecting daily and put down a time and then click on Save. A new box would open up where you just accept the terms and conditions. And keep in mind that this might take some time to get loaded. And there you go, we've created the test feed. Once you click on the test feed, you have an option to edit the spreadsheet at the top. Click on that. Once you click that, a new tab would open up where you will have a sample data feed. As you can see, there are already few products which have been added. The first one is the ID, where you can associate a unique ID to each of the products. The next one is the title. Keep the title short and precise according to your product. Add a detailed description where the users can be attracted to your product based on the description. The next would be terms and conditions. You have three options: new, refurbished, or used. Go ahead and select that. The price of the product. If you're a merchant from the United States, you do not have to add the VAT. But if you're a merchant outside the United States, make sure that you're adding the VAT along with the price of the product. Then the availability of the product, you can either select pre-order, in stock, or out of stock. The link of the product should lead the users to the specific landing page of the product so that they can browse through your product. Then the image link will take them to the image of the product. Ensure that your image does not have any watermarks, any promotional text, and also should not contain any borders.
Brilliant. Moving on, let's talk a bit about unique product identifiers. These are those unique codes used to identify your products globally. We usually require you to input 2 out of 3 unique product identifiers: GTIN, MPN, and brand. GTIN is Global Trade Index number. It could be anything like an ISBN for your book. Second, MPN, which is Manufacturer Part Number. It could be again anything like a stock keeping unit or an SKU code. And lastly, the brand, which is of course your item's brand. If you are a merchant who's selling custom-made goods and you do not have any of these 3, don't worry. All you need to do is to have a column that says identifier exists and put a value false. And remove all the 3 columns under GTIN, MPN, and brand. As you can see, there are various other recommended attributes that the system has fed into this Google spreadsheet. And you might be wondering, how do I put these values in? Do not worry. We'll go to Google Merchant Center Help Center and figure this out. Let's type summary of attribute requirements. The first result. As the country we've targeted in our test account was the United States, so let's select United States here. As you can see, there are various categories your products can actually fall under. All you need to do is to choose the relevant category under which you will see all the attributes required. The ones in green are mandatory, the ones in yellow are recommended. If you want to know more about these attributes, what do they do and what are the values that you can put in, all you need to do is to go to Products Feed Specification page. It's like a glossary of all these attributes. Now, if I have selected the daily upload, how frequently the system will access the feed? The system accesses the feed daily on the scheduled time. So make sure a few attributes like price, availability, and condition are in sync in both your data feed as well as your website. Because the shopper should see the same information on your ad as well as on your website. How do I check for any errors in the data feed? All you need to do is to go to the Google Merchant Center account here, and on the left you will see the Feeds tab. So click on the Feeds tab, click on the data feed name, and you will see the errors there. Lastly, when will my feed be reviewed? Your feed will be reviewed within 48 to 72 hours because that's the usual time that the system takes to review your products. Once the feed is reviewed, system will take another 2 to 3 days to reflect the products in the AdWords shopping campaign. The last step, of course, is creating an AdWords shopping campaign, for which we will be talking about next week in our second hangout.
Great. So let's do a quick recap of what we've learned today. What is Google Shopping? Why is it important? The few basic 5 website checks you need to do before getting started on Google Shopping. How to sign into Merchant Center account and create a Merchant Center account. And last but not the least, how to create and upload a data feed. So stay tuned and do log in next time, same time, to see how to create a shopping campaign in the Google AdWords account. If you are a merchant and are really interested to go ahead and create a shopping campaign, we would highly recommend you to go ahead and subscribe to the exclusive Google Shopping channel on YouTube. It has some great tutorials and few great success stories which you can definitely learn from. So do join us next week, same time, and we will see you there. Bye.
Bye-bye.